I wanted to talk about how I remember you when we were in uni.
Please, please.
And it's such an exciting thing. And for some reasons, I personally do not find how your life is surprising.
Really? But it's surprising to me.
How? Why is it surprising to you?
So let me start from two things: my career and also my, I would say, my love life or my relationship life. The Toyosi of then and Toyosi of now are two different people. Some of my friends, our crew, I used to like just randomly joke with them that, I'm going to get married before all of you. I'm going to get married for all of you.
And you did.
And I did. And I did not even, when I got married, I didn't know that I was going to get married. And so, because the Toyosi then was very playful, I don't take any woman serious. You just come, just short time, we are done.
But no, you're saying it as if you were a player, but you were not a player.
Nah, I'm not. I'm not. I was because I was a little bit serious. I'll call myself serious with like, no, I won't say book, like just life. I want to do things. But I've never really opened myself up. I never really opened myself up to, let's love. Let's care about a woman. Like when I'm in a relationship with someone, then and it starts becoming a lot. I'll just block you and I just block you. Like, so my friends was, you don't block this one. Waiting up. I said, I beg. It's not the add value. So that was how, and now, Toyosi now is just one lover boy, yeah. And it's just two different things. In terms of my career, maybe I'm not, I sort of envisioned maybe myself in a corporate life, say, I wanted to work with a multinational, but now I'm an entrepreneur, startup guy, so maybe that's why I am surprised. But tell me why you were not surprised.
I was never surprised. And I was never surprised because our crew in those days, when we were always out, doing different stuff like partying and doing, the only time that you were actively present it was when we were walking.
Yeah.
Two, I was in your house in Ilorin then, and I saw books. And they were not just any sort of book, they were motivational books, they were a book on growth. And I'm like that as well. But I have a good balance on having fun.
Yeah.
Do you see? So when I
used to have fun then,
you do, but it wasn't as if you would always have fun. Maybe once in a month. It wasn't like I was also like that. But I'm not surprised because you had been filling your mind with a lot in the early days that it is now coming out to be fruitful.
Yeah, but let me tell you one thing then, why you don't see me go out a lot then. I was broke. I was broke. Yeah, but so let me tell you my own difference. So I was living with Daniel at a period, and I can tell you I live with Daniel, then I live with David. Those were like my closest friends back in school. I can tell you 70% of the time I was wearing their clothes. Like Daniel's used clothes. In fact, sometimes I just wear clothes. Why you wear this one? So when I want to go out, I have to think. I have to represent. Also with David, I was wearing his clothes. Every time I think about, because I left home since I got to university. In your body, so Stanley. So me, I left home since I went to university, and I hardly went back home. So I don't go home to say. They give people pocket money. Me, I didn't understand what is pocket money. So I was always like hustling. So when there's opportunity, like when boys gather, let's have fun. Yeah, you will see me there. You see me very, very loud. But when I say, let's take woman out, let's go clubbing, where?
So it was because you were broke.
Because I was broke.
I mean, for me, I just feel like that could have actually derailed you as to I'm broke and this is all life has to offer me.
Yeah.
But you didn't stop there. You were constantly reading. I remember very vividly the day I entered your apartment and I sold all these books. And I'm also a lover of books.
Yeah.
So I was very fast. I remember taking a book or two at
Can't
the time.
remember.
I'm so sorry. I can't remember if I told you or not. And I'm like, it really fascinated me. So whenever I see how far you've come, you're surprised. I'm like, I'm not surprised. Toyosi has been feeling his mind since we were in our early 20s.
Yeah.
And also,
yeah.
I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah.
So well done.
Thank you,
Well
Tope.
done.
Thank you.
I'm so happy for you. I'm so fascinated by your growth. Like,
Yeah.
your growth just started and it just flew.
I've not grown, no. I'm still there.
Okay, no problem. Try ask people that are still struggling with growth.
I'll be.
Try ask people that are struggling with growth. Awesome. How have you been feeling lately?
Lately, I'm very, very honest on this. This is my very podcast kind of. So thank you for this opportunity to share. So I'll say I've been feeling. I feel a wave of excitement, a wave of confusion, a wave of self-doubt, a wave of I can do it, a wave of what if, So I don't know how to, I can't put one word to it. So on Monday, I was super, super excited about, what we are doing as in business-wise. Then on Tuesday, I started getting confused, like, is this the right? Then that same Tuesday, I wanted to make a move, say let me sort of try relocate, just for business purposes. So let's go and try another sector. And I started thinking about the different things that around it. Then wave of confusion came. Then on Wednesday I got clarity. Okay, I'm not I'm not moving again. I'm staying here. So it's been a roller coaster of emotion. I think at least since this year started, that's how I've been. Oh, super pumped. Then I'm like, man, should I be doing this? Should I, that's business wise, also at home, because every decision you make as a husband, as a man, sort of also revolve around the family. If the business has to go in this direction, means more financial commitment. How does it also affect the home? If you need to relocate, for example, how does it impact everyone around you? Should you be making this move? If you want to relocate, then what about your wife? Will she relocate? If she will, what about her business? What about your child's school? And so I have but good thing is I found clarity on what to do. So I would say business wise clarity, also home wise in terms of some of the moves we needed to make, lots and lots of clarity, because that's what I've been praying for. God, I just need to show me sign, what should we do, and I got clarity I think on Tuesday evening, and I said okay, yeah, now I know what to do. So I'll say I'm in a good state now because I have clarity. But beginning of the year, just yeah.
I really like that, and I like that because you're a very successful businessman who has done different businesses. Yeah. And I like that you talk about, because most people will see people who are doing incredibly well and be like, oh, they have it all figured out. And then this is you who's like, look, I'm going through different ways of, I got it, and I'm like, oh, I don't got it at all. And I'm just like, I like that because people need to realize that even in the face of fear and in the face of confusion, you have to keep it moving.
Yeah, I think that has been my mantra. Everything I've done in my life, I've done it scared. I've done it, I don't know what I'm doing, but I just have to do it. And I tell people, you don't have to figure it out. You just have to just start. I was telling a friend, he said, it's not clear about the value proposition of his business. It's not what differentiates him from other people. I say, bros, just start. Just start. Put your heart to it, put your mind to it. you will keep seeing it. It's like when you're driving in the cloud, like when it's very early in the morning, like there's a fog. You just have to keep squinting your eyes. Let me just until you now see the road very clear. Yes. Then you now keep going. I think that has been my mantra. Even with marriage, like when I wanted to get married, I met my wife in September. I decided I was going to get married in November. And to date, because me and Daniel, something happened one funny night, with my wife, and I could not sleep from like 10 p.m. till 6 a.m. I could not sleep, and it was a bit of misunderstanding between us. She was calling me, I wasn't picking up, and all those things. Then Daniel was staying with me then in Lagos. He came visiting, and I woke up. I said, Daniel, I want to propose to her. I said, after everything happened, I said, guy, no woman for this world don't ever make me feel this way. No woman has put me through this emotion, and I want to get married to her. I was like, what about? I said, I don't care. I'll do it. Yeah. Are you sure? I said, yeah, let's start planning. And we started planning proposal from that day. Then we wanted to do it in December, and then we're like, oh, let us wait. And then I was like, oh, let's do it in March. That was her birthday. And then she was like, oh, she's traveling for her birthday, because I wanted to do like a surprise. I'm like, okay, when she comes back, let's do a surprise party. So we had to now do it, when she came back. But imagine meeting someone in September, October, November. The next one, you're like, okay, I want to get married to her. I got the ring actually in December. So like in 3 months, we got married the next year. So, and I did it scared, because then my salary was maybe 150K. I was staying in Yaba here, Skyfield apartment. Anybody that knows that apartment?
Oh my God.
You know Skyfield? I was staying in Skyfield. Skyfield, there's no bedroom, no toilet.
Oh, there isn't?
Yeah, no, there is. Sorry, there's bedroom. There's no kitchen. There's no kitchen. It's a one room, and like one small bed. Yeah, self-con. And I was like, no, I want to get married. I want to propose. And I do know, like, how am I going to raise a family? But no, I'm going to do it scared. I'm going to do it afraid. And I just know, I always figure things out. And anytime I'm confused and I speak to some of my friends, like, them, like Shayo, Jide, when I call them, Alpha, Toyosi, it's you now. You remember, you always figure a way out. And that thing always like motivates me. Just start. You figure it out. It's going to become clear at the end of the day. Yeah.
Oh my God, I want to touch on so many things. My head is trying to think of different things. I want you to expatiate on 2 different things. Number one, what is it that made you go through certain emotions? And you don't have to talk about the thing if you're not willing. But how is it that you went through a chaotic emotion because of the misunderstanding that happened between you and your girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
And that misunderstanding and that chaos is what led to your decision to say, I want to marry her. Because a lot of the times, some men are like, she stresses me too much. She challenges me too much. I cannot deal. I'm guessing that's what it was for you.
No, I'll tell you the story.
Okay.
So, we went to her house, and, me and Daniel went to say hello to her. That was the first time Daniel was meeting her. Then after then, she dropped me, and then she said she was going to have pounded yam late at night, around, I think maybe 9-10 p.m. And I was like, I didn't even say anything to it, Then I called her. She kept cutting the call. I said, Then later she told me she was with her ex. That she met her ex randomly at the restaurant. I was like, 1, how can you go and eat pounded yam at 10 p.m.? 2, I was calling you, you were not picking up. You kept cutting the call. So and then I used to feel like maybe our relationship was not even strong enough, because it was early days. I wasn't sure about her, I'm sure she wasn't sure about me, and the kind of person I am, man, when I want something, like, the only person that can tell me that it's not the right way, it's God. You know, I'm a little stubborn in the things I want. So, and coming from my past relationships, I've never seen anyone that I wanted so bad. You know, it is always more of I want you, you want me, and then after a while, I zero out because if I don't feel it very well, it's kind of, you know, the way we were in ISEC. I carry things that I really like. I carry them on my head. Same thing with Bitcoin. When I started Bitcoin, then I started preaching about Bitcoin. People even say, "Now you get Bitcoin. Now you create," because that person I am. I carry it on my head. So the same way, when I started when our relationship started, I sort of carried that on my head. Like I've like it was. So when that thing happened that day, I started thinking, why is she having a chat with this guy? Why is she lying to me? You know, what's going on? But a part of me said, if you really want her, you need to win her. You know, you need to fight for her love. You need to, you know, get her. And that night, she was calling me back to back, trying to explain that, to be sincere, she just ran into the guy. And to be sincere, she just wanted to have Panadia. Tonight, I don't believe.
5 years of marriage.
I still to tell her. Like she comes here and say, "Darling, I still don't believe." But I know that I wanted you. You know, I know that, you know, I wanted you. I bet that night, because nobody in this world has ever made me feel that way. Like, because I started feeling, the emotion just grew that if I don't have her in my life, then my life might not be complete. You know. And I woke up, I slept briefly and I woke up thinking, man, no woman has ever done this thing to me. And because of that, I want to take things further with her, you know, make things, let's find a way. And we saw that day, we clarified things, and a part of me still felt like, okay, I need to like start growing into, like, we need to start growing together. So we saw each other more, you know, visited each other more, and the emotions started growing for both of us. You know, I started seeing more clearly, yes, I want her. And 2 weeks later, I went to buy a ring. I said, you know, I want to start the future with her.
That is fascinating. It's fascinating to see the way men's mind actually work. I think that women don't actually, a lot of women just feel like men do things and they're like, oh, cool, he did it. But like me, I'm always like, what triggered what you did? Triggered what you did? And it's so fascinating to see. I want to ask you a question on that, but I also want to know, why did you propose knowing that you're earning a 150K? Like, and I ask this for men who are scared to say, what do I have? Why am I proposing? But for you, you were earning 150K. It didn't make any sense logically. Why did you do it regardless, and how has things turned from then till now?
So, I mean, after Skyfield, you know, we were dating, and maybe 2 or 3 months later, I got another job. I've already said I was going to marry then, but I got another job that moved me to the island. And I was staying in a worse place than Skyfield. I tell people I now live on the island, but anyone that visited me during that period, it would be like, Toyosi, like, what's going on? Because I moved to a place where a bed cannot fit in. So I was sleeping on a chair. So you call it a chair bed, you know, those, like, just adjust, because it's very small. It's a room, but this time there was a kitchen. There's no electricity there. So it's inverter that I have to pass every day, and generator. I buy this thing there. There's no way to pass power. It was a big queue of an apartment, of a building I was staying there. I was earning slightly a higher salary than what I was earning. But the kind of person I am is, I told her when I asked her to be my girlfriend, then I said, this is the least you will ever see me. If you ever say yes to me, just know that we are buying low you're buying low. This is the least you will ever see me, because I might not have now, but trust me, it's gonna come, and when it comes, you're going to. So I've always known myself too that I will always be all right financially. I've always seen the future. I know maybe I might not have now. Even right now, like I don't think I have money, the way I want to have.
Just to be clear, you live in Ikoyi.
No, I don't.
Because really, that's the biggest point for any Lagosian.
Well, I don't know. But right now, I don't have, and I still used to say it like, because I see a brighter future. And also, she believed in me then. And when I say believed in me, because when first time I visited, okay, now let me tell you the difference. I was saying that I lived in Skyfield. The room I'm staying, a bed cannot fit in. The day I entered our own room, it was like a stadium. Our room, in fact, our room is bigger than our current living room. Our room where she's staying is bigger than our living room now, like a personal room.
Oh wow!
Just to let you know that she is okay, and that she believed in me because she was willing to. Because she stays in Adama, she sleeps on the chair with me, and if you like. Let me describe, like it's the way we squeeze ourselves on the chair, so she believed in me, and that confidence that she had in me was also good, was also good for me. And maybe I talk big, say I have mouth. Because it takes a lot to convince someone to say, don't worry, say, don't worry, you are going to have the finest things in life. Don't worry, just a matter of time. And I think a lot of guys make the mistake by thinking it is about getting the money first. It is about finding the right person. And I saw the right person, and I felt like, okay, my job is to convince this person to believe that, don't worry, because I also believe in myself that things might not look rosy now, but it's going to look rosy. For the first, I didn't have a car till my wife gave birth to our first daughter 4 years ago. And she was driving me all around Lagos. I didn't even know how to drive. She drives me everywhere. Like some people I know, I'll keep their names. They used to like, why this one is dating a guy? He doesn't even have a car. The very first car we ever buy